Okay, this is a short little vlog on if you want to see a whale. My mom bought me this book because she knows how much I love whales, especially killer whales, orcas. But she bought this at Kohl's and this stuffed animal for me. At Kohl's, all the proceeds, I believe, go to, all the proceeds of the books and the stuffed animals go to kids. Kohl's Cares, I think it's called. And then this, my mom's friend, my friend too, I consider her, made this, and it's beautiful. It's got raised sequins, it's painted, it's a beautiful blue whale. Yeah, orcas are my true passion. No, then you have to turn the screen. I know a pretty good amount of stuff about killer whales. This one is actually kind of funny. This one is about a psychic with whales, I believe. Or she's not the psychic, but she follows the psychics around, and I think she might even she even swims, and she swims with dolphins to experience it in captivity, and then realizes that it's not that great, and that sort of thing. But then on the captivity side of things, like blackfish, I don't agree with blackfish entirely. I think that blackfish did not show the whole picture, and that captivity does have a place, but I definitely think captivity needs to change. But sea pens are not the answer. Those whales cannot, these captive whales that we have now cannot be the end. I mean, they can't go to the wild because they've been in captivity. They've been born and raised, and a couple of them have been wild caught. Those ones are passing away. The rest of them have been born in captivity, and they can't survive out in the wild, and they probably couldn't survive in the ocean because of all the pollutants that they're not used to. There's pollutants in the ocean. These orcas have been so well, I mean, they can't do it. So I don't mean to go off on a captivity thing, pro or anti, it's whatever it is. But yeah, so anyways, so there's that. But that's my dream, is to go up to San Juan Islands in Washington and to become a whale naturalist. And like Song of the Whale, that was a whale naturalist. Keiko, Freeing Keiko, great book. That was about Keiko, and who played Free Willy, as lots of you know. Freeing Keiko is an excellent, excellent book. I highly recommend it. Let's see, who's it by? Kenneth Bauer, Freeing Keiko. I totally recommend that book. There's things like the true Free Willy story and stuff like that. I read them all, but I think Freeing Keiko is the best one, if I believe so. Or is it? It might be, actually, I might be lying. It might be Keiko, Killing Keiko. That's the one I want. This is the book. I'm so sorry to get that messed up. This is the book that I recommend. Killing Keiko, The True Story of a Free Willy's Return to the Wild. And it's by Mark A. Simmons, and forward by Wyland. I'm not sure who that is. Mark A. Simmons, he trained Keiko. He was part of the crew that was training Keiko to be rehabilitated in the wild. There he is in a sea pen. And he talks about all the true truths of how really hard keeping Keiko in a sea pen was. It was noisy. It was pollutants. There's Keiko. Eventually, I don't know. I'll have to let you read the book, and you can find out what happened to Keiko. Obviously, the book kind of gives it away. But there they are trying to train him natural behaviors, and they still had to. There it is during really windy, but they were in Iceland trying to find his resident pod. And so it was really windy there, even though they tried to pick a protective sea cove. There he is, he still
since he was alone, he needed attention. And so one way of attention is by water sprays and spraying their tongue. And they also need their teeth sprayed out sometimes, but that's not what's going on here. This is just tactile stimulation. And here they are. They trained him to follow a boat so he could go and be with wild killer whales. And here he is. Oh, can't show you that. That gives it away. But yeah, a really good book. It's a really good read if you like whales. And especially if you like Keiko, and if you're not sure about pro-captivity or anti-captivity or blackfish. Whew, I'm leaning against the wall because I have POTS. So, and my hands are shaking, so I'm sorry. So I'm going to be done with this vlog for right now. But if you want to know more, this is a great book, and I highly recommend it. And if you don't read all these books and then tell me that captivity isn't right, you can't just say you watched Blackfish and say captivity. You need to read all these books and watch all the videos that that I watched, because that's the truth. You have to read them all. You have to read the ones, you know, this one, the at SeaWorld, I don't know if I said this already, they have to learn, they have to read this book. I saved up for a long time and bought this book. I think SeaWorld might have to do this animal training book. I'm not sure. What does this one say? This one says, oh, Death at SeaWorld. That was with, this was, let's see, this was written by David Kirby. That was about Dawn Brancheau. I don't want to say her name wrong. She was killed by an orca, and then that spurred the talk about captivity being wrong. And so, and there are wrong aspects, but now they're trying to keep no whales in captivity, and I think whales do belong, they don't belong in captivity. Whoa, no they don't. But we need to be able to see them to protect the ones in the wild, and but we need to figure out how to do that without setting the ones that are captive now, because they've been captive forever. So okay, and then I'm not sure if I had said that about the captive whales, if they have been captive for a long time. And some of them have been wild caught, yes, but the ones that have been wild caught are slowly passing away. Tilikum passed away, Kasatka passed away recently. She had babies. They want to try to set the babies free, but they've been in captivity for their whole lives. You can't set them free. They have no idea. So anyways, you can comment below if you want. Please, nothing mean. You know, I mean, people will be mean, and that's sad that people will be mean, but this is just my opinion, and you should read these books. Read Killing Keiko, and I'm sorry I'm slanted. I can't hold my camera straight, and have a good night. Alright, well, this I'm going to be posted up a couple days later, because I am just getting ready for bed now. So this will be posted later, but yeah, alright, night.